Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be covering the updated Kaveh Bloom deck, which uses Mona instead of Furina. Now the rest of the deck is almost the same, as in we still do have a lot of 3 dice cost cards in this deck, because they just pair really well with Kaveh and the Narwhal. But we have a few new additions like the Kusava and Passing of Judgment, which you can already see in my starting hand. We also have Mausoleum, but it's not in my hand right now. Anyway, we are starting on Mona here, and Mona is just a better Hydro Applier than Furina because obviously she has a fast action switch and nothing beats that. You just can't top this insanely powerful passive skill which has kept Mona in the meta since basically her release. Now I did use Passing of Judgment here very early on round 1, and that's because they were playing around with their dice, trying to fix their dice with Gilded Dreams and whatnot, and they ended up with 2 dice. And it's pretty obvious that their plan is to use Bone Cruncher's energy block to get another die, so that they can have 3 dice and attack one more time. But of course I'm not going to allow that, so I use Passing of Judgments right away, so that they are stuck with just 1 attack on round 1. And this is really good for me. And it's not like spending 1 die on Passing of Judgment means anything to me, because I only need 7 dice for 2 elemental skills and 1 switch. So of course, the game plan is the same. I just use Mona's elemental skill followed by Kaveh's skill, and this will give me my Dendro cores for Burst Scan to do its thing. I also play the Kusava here, and the Kusava pairs really well with this deck because you don't actually use action cards in this deck, so there's nothing stopping you from benefiting from the Kusava's discounts. Plus, the Kusava discounts align dice, so that also means that your dice requirements are slightly lower now thanks to it. Since I do have a Dendro Core, it does discard a card, and it discards a 3 dice cost card, so it deals 4 damage. Now with our new additions in this deck, there is a slight chance that the Burst Scan discards a cheaper card instead, but the chance of that is pretty slim, so not to worry. Now actually over there was a world where they could have used a Bone Cruncher's energy block, gain 1 more energy, and then used their Elemental Burst with 4 Bone Cruncher's energy blocks to deal a total of 8 damage to Kaveh, taking him out, and that would be my loss. But since they only had 5 cards just now, I really doubt they had just 5 Bone Crunchers in 5 cards, so that's why I went for this. Now I just go for my elemental skill and continue getting my Dendro cores. Now even if they use their elemental burst, at most they can only deal 4 damage probably, which they do. And that leaves Kaveh on 1 HP. So again I wasn't worried because there's no way they had enough Bone Crunchers to deal 8 damage with their burst. And now this was a rare case where I actually used an action card. I used the plunging attack to quickly switch to Mona and take out their Serpent before they can switch away. And this also gives me another Dendro Core, which just damages their Narwhal even further. Finally, I end my round on Kaveh since if I ended my round on Mona or on the Narwhal, Electro Charge would take out Kaveh anyway, so I might as well minimize the damage by letting them hit Kaveh. Now from this point on, my plan is pretty simple. Since I have Kusava helping me out, 2 Hydro dice is actually more than enough. Now I'm just going to send out Mona, use a normal attack to get 3 energy, and then use her burst. And as you can see there, that normal attack just now used 2 underlying dice, so no Hydro dice were used at all. And now this elemental burst will only cost 2 Hydro dice. Kusava is great. Now to try and survive, they do use their elemental burst, which grants them a bit of defense. So Mona's normal attack will not be able to take it out, but the Narwhal can. So combined with Stellaris Phantasm, it deals 4 damage, or 3 after the defense, and that's GG.